So, yesterday, I think it was, a ladybug got in the house. And Brian was just, oh my gosh, he was crazy about this ladybug. And he was like doing the like chirping, like chittering kind of meows and looking all over for it. And then it got up on the door and he just would stare at it. And so I guess the first time he saw the ladybug was when he was on his running wheel, and maybe it was on the wheel and then him running on the wheel made it fly, because he kept like chirping and meowing and then running on the wheel a little bit and like looking at one specific spot on the wheel. And so I got the ladybug down from the door and I showed it to him, and then it flew a little bit and landed on a shelf that I have in the living room. And then he was up there on the shelf looking everywhere for it. So I got the ladybug again and I put it on the like coffee table that I have. And he was looking at it and he really liked it, and I was pointing at it so he could find it because he kept like kind of losing it. And then so he was like smelling it, and he wasn't doing anything besides smelling it, and then he picked it up with his paw a little bit and put it back down. And then fucking Gilgamesh comes over, zones in on it immediately. It's in his mouth. And he's like crunching it like the crunch cat. He's like crunching the fuck out of the ladybug. And Brian's like looking all over for it. He's like, my ladybug, where's my ladybug? And I'm like trying to get him to spit the ladybug out. And so he spits it out, and the ladybug is, it's not just guts or anything. It was still in ladybug condition. And I was like, look, Mr. Brian, look. So Mr. Brian was smelling it, and I was having to hold Gilgamesh back. And I was pointing to it, and as I pointed to it, Gilgamesh got loose from my grasp, crunched it the fuck up again, and then spit it out. So I was like, and so I put it up a bit higher so that it would start flying again, but it never moved again. So I think he must have crunched his tooth into a important part of the ladybug. But anytime he's seen a bug in the house, like a spider or anything, typically it's a spider, he just immediately fucking eats it. He just eats it. Sounds like he killed it if there was a crunch. Well, there wasn't even crunches, but he just was making that crunch face. Anything that is crawling on the floor, he immediately eats it. And then, the other day, I made myself a BLT. And I was eating it, and there was a bit of tomato on my plate. And I don't really like... Well, I like the tomato in the sandwich, but I don't like the tomato by itself. He came over, and he's trying to eat the tomato. And I googled it, and I was like, are tomatoes bad for cats? And it was like, tomatoes poisonous to cats. I was like, you fucking idiot. Was trying so hard to get to the tomato. He's like, oh, this is exactly what I want. How does he not have like a DNA preservation thing in place? You know what I mean? Why doesn't he have... It's red. The tomato maybe means danger. You know?